Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? We are back. It's the Realionaires podcast. Tonight we got a special guest because the homie MJB is out doing a show. Have a good show, my guy. Very funny dude. He's doing his what's the name. So let's introduce first off the brother to the left of me, my actual brother, co-host.
Yes, sir. Slim, a.k.a. Slim the Announcer, a.k.a. the Voice of Reason.
And to my right, our special guest for the evening.
You already know when I go. It's Reemo, Meerak. I'm in the building. I'm definitely glad to be here. Let's definitely get to it. And definitely, you got to follow this podcast for sure. You know what I mean?
Thank you for the plug, sir.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So today's topic is the disconnect between men and women.
Can we touch on something before we get into the topic?
Yeah, we're going to touch on something before we get into it. But what you want to touch on?
I want to touch on, have y'all seen the video of the stepdad that came home and his girl had let the biological father in the crib, but dude ain't been there in like 10, 15 years, like 10 to 12 years. He ain't been around. She let dude in the crib. He brought his PlayStation over. So dude walks back in the crib, but like, he got his fucking video game hooked up to the TV outboard. Like he said, he been raising little girls since she was walking.
And how old is she now?
Like 10, something like that.
Okay.
So he like, let this baby father who ain't been around, ain't want to be around for all these years. You let him in the crib and he in here chilling, playing this video game on my TV. Like the video game part really bothered me.
Why? Because you a game head?
Because that's very comfortable.
Okay.
You are very comfortable to bring your video game with you. Like, you're not trying to leave fast.
Okay.
like, you know you're going to be there for a while if you brought your PlayStation with you and hooked it up.
Right.
Then it was hooked up bad. It was wires hanging. It was just all wrong.
No, because that was what you called a quick hookup.
Nah, it wasn't. Bro, it don't matter.
Okay, so...
If I bring my PlayStation, I'm extremely comfortable in this house.
Okay, so you don't think he should have been allowed in the house?
Hell no.
Okay. Ring, what you think?
That's a slippery slope because, unfortunately, in these times, we're living in a boundary-less era, right? So it's like F principles, F morale, F respect. You know what I'm saying? It's, well, he's my baby daddy, so he got to be there. And it's like, all right, but if I've been here more times than your baby daddy, don't you think one should oversee the other in a sense? But unfortunately, but what I'm saying is, unfortunately, like I said, in these times, the illogical is better than the logical. You know what I mean?
Right. I think that it's my baby daddy thing works when he's been around.
Okay.
Like if I meet you and you and your baby father have a relationship, I can deal with it. That's my baby father. He's going to be around. But it's been years.
Okay.
And your man ain't come around and he just come around comfortable enough to bring both. He brought both controllers.
Okay. So, all right. Hi. I'm a real. I just got here. Honestly, in my personal opinion, I don't see anything wrong.
What? Oh, damn.
Now, let me tell you why.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Right,
let me tell you why. Right. Let me tell you why.
Let me sip some water on that one.
So, it's a couple of levels. First level, first and foremost, no matter what, at the end of the day, if the world burns today, that is still his child.
Right.
No matter who the fuck who took care of the child, that's his child.
He's on the papers.
As long as he's still breathing, that's his child.
I agree with that.
Two, we don't know why the fuck he wasn't in the child's life. I can tell you from personal experiences, sometimes it's not the father.
Right.
Sometimes the best move for you is to wait and let shit, play out.
Tom Hill album.
Right, and then try to, pull up. Now, the part about the PlayStation, bringing a system, it depends on what game he brought.
Oh, wow.
No, seriously. Wait, hold on. Because
so what's the minimum?
Okay, no, what I'm saying is
because
all right, she's a 10-year-old girl, right?
Right.
If he brought Madden 2K or some shit like that, now we got a problem. Because what that's telling me is you spending the goddamn night.
Right.
But now if he brought something like Donkey Kong or Just Dance or some shit, he brought it for the kid to reconnect. I'm all for that.
Listen, you better reconnect somewhere else.
Why? Wait.
Not in my motherfucking crib.
Do you live there?
He lived there.
The step dude lives there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, nigga. Then what it really bad was he's recording and he looking at her. She laughed. Let me tell you something.
Yo,
I do not hit women ever.
Right.
Nah.
But that laugh.
But okay, so now
took her fucking head off her
so now
shoulders.
look, I'm gonna tell you something.
Me.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something that was taught to me by our mother and the OGs. If you can't deal with the possibility of that nigga being there, never deal with a woman who have kids.
Nah. Being in the kid's life, absolutely.
Again,
being in my crib.
No, I get what he's saying.
Again, because the simple fact is like this. 90% of the dudes, I'm not going to say 100, 90% of the dudes that have kids can probably still potentially, after time passes, smash their baby moms.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? So, because of that, and because I know that that's always a possibility, I'm never going to rock with a chick who got kids. Because you telling me what you telling me now could just be you being bitter. That nigga wasn't shit, and he could have been the greatest thing you ever had until you met me.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? And we don't know. Again, you don't know the other side of the story.
And the other aspect you got to put into it. Let's talk about this era. Baby, having a kid is bigger value. I hate to say it, is bigger value than actually marriage.
Yes.
So it's like
because you know why?
In hindsight,
you can get paid from having a child. There's no payment for marriage. I'm telling you, as someone who knows, 30 years in, ain't no goddamn ain't no W-2 for it. None of that. But yeah, the kid, you get child support, you get PA, you get stamps, special programming, and well, I don't know if you can get housing now thanks to the migrants, but you know,
migrants turn. They
didn't. This shit ain't even New York no more. It's Nouveau New York. They some shit.
But on Slim's point, though, I mean, on a morally level, right? It's going to be bothersome, son, because it's like, damn, like you just let him just get in here, set up the system, kick his feet up. Possibly knock the Mario coins out of you. Like,
right. Was the nigga? Did he
the Sonic rings?
And the Sonic Mario coins out before he took that game off.
And the Sonic rings. Yoshi.
And the Sonic rings. Hell yeah.
Right.
He does top the Mario coins out.
But I'm saying to him, if they live together, then that's what's different colors. She should have had that conversation. But without the conversation, yeah, it's a problem. But either way, if it's me, I'm not gonna. When he pulls up, I'm gonna peep it then because I know her energy when she's turned on. I know her energy when she's around people she like. So I'm gonna watch that because depending on how she act, he did knock the rings out this. Now and my beef is not gonna be with him.
Gotta be with her.
It's gonna be with her.
Oh no, the beef ain't with him because he's gonna do what she allow him to do. So the beef definitely is never with him. But I'm breaking that system.
You're gonna break the system.
Yeah, I'm breaking that P5.
Thank God pawn shops got him for like $300.
I'm breaking that shit.
All right. My issue today. I watched a video of this dude. He gets pulled over by the cops. He's riding dirty. Car's not registered in his name. It's actually stolen. It's registered as stolen right now.
Oh, wow.
They pull him over. The tents are darker than limo tent.
Oh, shit.
That's a no-no.
Oh, yeah, by far.
You are doing 20 miles over the speed limit. That's a no-no. But when the cops pull up, he starts talking, yo, why y'all pulling me over? Nah, I'm not getting out. I know my rights. One thing I've learned in these last 3 years, when people say I know my rights, they don't fucking know them. So the cop gets him out the car, takes him to the back of the car because he gets word that the shit is stolen. They open the trunk of the car. The owner of the car is in the trunk dead. Right, yeah, hallelujah. Dead. He's still, what, acting like he don't know what's going on. So here's my thing. We as black people gotta stop defending bullshit and stop acting like we don't know when our shit is wrong.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, all right, another one, and then we can get into the topics. This girl gets caught at Target for stealing. Nope, I'm lying. Sephora. It was Sephora. She stole $2,000 worth of stuff, her and her friend. Mm-hmm. Soon as the cops grabbed them and take them in the back, now all of a sudden she's crying, oh, I just want to see my baby. I got a baby. The same baby you had when you decided to go in there and steal. Right. The same baby you had before you knew the consequences of this. Now she want to cry. She wants to kiss her baby one last time. They tell her to put her hands behind her back. I'm not doing this. You don't have any rights at this point.
You're a criminal.
Oh, I could get his stuff back. It's not the point of that.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Right, so we as a people, we have to stop defending this bullshit. KJ, what's going on? We have to stop defending this bullshit and stop acting like, yeah, the mentality has got to change. But it's the evolution, I think. Because more than likely, I bet you if you ask them as a kid, when you got in trouble, what happened? Nothing. Because I know for me, my biggest fear, and we always say this, it wasn't about getting locked up.
Yep,
it was my mom's catching me. You did what?
Boy.
I'm out here working, busting my ass, and you did what?
Yeah.
So, all
That
right.
always go back to what we always say about there's no fear at home no more with these kids.
None.
So none.
Worried. That's why, there's sometimes I just scare the shit out of my kids just cuz. Just so they know.
To remind them.
Right, stop playing with me, man. Don't play with me. All right, so before we get into these topics, I want to do something. First and foremost, happy Poetry Month to all the poets that are paying attention, that are watching. The show last week that we did about men's health, I got a lot of feedback.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, and it was dope feedback. Of course, people, they don't admit, like, they're not going to tell how personally it hit them, but they were just like, yo, it was a good show, so that let me know. Mm-hmm. So, in honor of Poetry Month and the last show that we did, I want to do this poem real quick, and then we can get into the topic.
All right, do your thing.
All right, it's called Smiles and Cries, a tribute to the black man's struggle. Mm. That's what the glasses is for. Mentally, I'm falling apart. Emotionally coming loose at the seams. Constantly reliving this nightmare and not expected to scream. Told I'm worthless on a daily. Told I'm not a man fully. And even when I plead my case with tears in my face, no one hears me. Day in, day out, forced to smile rather than scream and shout because of the fear of what it may create for those who look up to me, those who want to work with me, or the little ones with my face. Feels like I'm running a rigged race, not expected to win, not expected to finish. Pain and misery is the only thing left for me when I finish. The smile in my eyes has slowly diminished. Everybody gather around and take a look at this. How society can turn a strong man into a weak little bitch. Got me ready to cut out my light switch, pull the plug on this show. I tell people, you really don't know my struggles. But they smile and act like they do. This is why I don't let people in too close, because the things that these eyes seen will give a person nightmares. Almost 40 years, almost 50 years old with a handful of problems and a head full of gray hairs. Maybe if I went Colin Ferguson, maybe then you'll hear from me. Maybe then you'll check for me. Maybe then you'll even worry about me. Don't get it twisted. This is not a cry for help. I've been alone in a crowded room for years. I've found comfort in my problems and solutions in my tears. I just wanted to take a little bit of time to gather my words in bunches and pull no punches. Just in case I lose it today, the world will know what I felt. Yeah, there we go.
Nah, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Nah, in these times, that's definitely needed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Woo, woo. Yeah, let me get a little bit of water. Jesus. Yeah, tell you.
Hey, baby girl.
I used to be all right as
Hey,
a poet,
princess.
I swear to God. All right. So, getting into today's topics, the disconnect between...
How's my princess?
Sadi on? Hey, Sadi! What up, baby? Yeah! Getting ready for her graduation. Give it up. Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you, KJ. I know, brother, we've had those conversations. You know about the struggles that men go through.
College announcement coming soon.
Okay.
nice.
We're going to do it here with the hats and all that, like the draft?
We might.
All right.
fire.
Let me know so I can put on my ESPN suit. So, we do agree that there is a disconnect.
Absolutely.
There's a huge disconnect.
Okay. Let's start with here. Let's start with this question. And this was my asshole question. I had to write at least one asshole question.
Of course, every single time.
Who's better at lying in a relationship, men or women?
Shit. Who want to go
Going
first?
there?
Who going first?
Damn, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said, on my live, I gave the caution. I'll give it to women. I feel in these times, us as men, we're not as cunning as women are.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're not. Yeah, we used to. Keyword is used to. Maybe like 15 years ago.
25.
Nah, it's too far.
20,
Nah, give me 15. Like the cutoff was like 05 when Hitch came out.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When Hitch came out, that's when we started losing our swag and lying. You know what I'm saying? But nah, women are more cunning because it's more emotional. We're in a more emotional era.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I gotta give it to the women on that one.
All right. My man KJ said women. What you say, Slim?
Absolutely women.
Absolutely
Absolutely.
women.
And the reason why I think women do a better job of making you feel so comfortable and so relaxed with them that even though you see the shit right in front of your face, you like, nah, not my baby. Ain't no way hell my baby gonna do
Right.
that. And then her lie confirmed your dumbass thought that your baby can't do this.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah.
and I think women like they lie 4 weeks ahead of when it's about to happen. They
Exactly.
lying a month ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They started to tell you, you know, so-and-so, her man going through. I hope I ain't going to have to go over there and spend the night because that always will happen. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, you know, I told her I was going to have to go over there, so now I got to go and spend the weekend with her. And mind you, they were old boy for the whole weekend.
They out in fucking Puerto Rico or some
Right,
shit.
they in fucking AC.
I
Get the
say
marriage points
women
knocked
for
out.
one reason. In order for a lie to work, you have to know who you're lying to.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody
persuasive.
studies habits better than a woman.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Your woman know you get off work at 5 o'clock. She know it takes you about 6:40 to get
The
home.
intuitiveness is higher.
You know what I'm saying? Let your ass walk in that door at 7:15.
Oh, it's a wrap. Traffic.
You know what I'm saying? If you call her all day and you got this particular day, you don't call her, what the fuck? Because all of those things pay attention when she gets ready to do her shit. Our lies, when we get caught, last as long as it took us to tell it.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Their lies have foolproof plan because the author of the lie and the co-author is her and the female friend that you don't fucking like.
Yep.
It'll never be the one that you super cool with, even though she know what's going on.
Yup.
So they have a better support system for their lives.
Absolutely.
They study us better. Because dudes, we think we study our women, but we don't. That's why so many men go through relationships, then at the end of the relationship you hear, that's why I ain't never come. I thought you was coming. Nigga, you wasn't paying attention.
Right.
You was so busy trying to get your nut.
You gotta be careful with that one though.
Why?
Because when women are mad, that's one of their main go-to punchlines.
Oh,
Try to
yeah.
everything from-
Yeah. The
Top
sex is
five
wag,
dead
your
or
dick is
alive.
small. But you know when they tell the truth and if they lying. Because
Yeah.
if she moaning and you ain't
Absolutely.
even in yet, that bitch lying.
Absolutely.
You know, she got a hallway. Like my man Paco said, I reposted it. Yeah, all right. So, finish this sentence for me. If men considered women's feelings more, then women would probably ...
Woo!
Shit.
Yeah, Slim, you go first. I'll
Hey,
catch up.
Red Clay, what's happening?
I'll catch up on it. You go first.
If women consider women's feelings more,
If men,
if men consider women's feelings more, what was it?
then women would probably
Depend on them more. Depend on us more to honor their feelings and know how to handle their feelings.
Okay. Aw. Hey, put the deep voice on for it and everything.
Right. Hey, ladies.
Right. Still thinking?
No.
Okay, you got it?
All right.
And remember, y'all,
I'll be that guy.
he's just on the show. He's only looking
Yeah.
for solutions.
Right, I'm looking
That's
for the
it.
solution. All right. Because I hate to go back to this era that we're in right now, right? When men now are starting to do that. Not in a heavily rate, but the willingness is starting to become more, right? But then the narrative is, oh, you men are too sassy, right? So then now it's like
You're
us
too
as-
sassy. You're simping.
Right. And,
Right.
It's mad ill-advised narrative. So now the man is now on eggshells. And that's the last thing the world want is a man on eggshells. But I feel if we are to, I feel women to a degree will kind of decrease with the whole Fort Knox defense emotions. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like I gotta let you know I'm independent. Gotta let you know it's rough. Gotta let you know it's like, all right, but baby girl, if I'm willingly wanting to understand you and understand your emotions and respect of what you're feeling, you don't really have to put a Fort Knox up.
Right.
And I think that's the hugest thing in this separation. It's not enough of both sides trying to understand the willingness.
Right.
It's like, okay, if a man does do that, the woman's line is, oh, nah, you sassy. Oh, nah, oh, you too femme. I'm like, all right, so you want me to be rough and tough and
punch you in the chest and shit. What up, nigga? Hey, baby.
Shut up, cook. Get me some.
Right.
And then vice versa for a woman to a man. If a woman doesn't understand, nah, you clinging on me. So it's like, wait, so what the hell do we really want at the end of the day?
Right.
You feel me? So that's my best answer to that. You know what I mean?
So my answer is, if men considered women's feelings more, then women would probably not be so angry. Because the hardest thing in the world is when you talk and you don't feel heard.
Right.
We work from logic. So,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? We bring facts. They deal from emotion. So it's all about how I feel. And a lot of times it get negated. The same way they negate ours. They negate ours. Oh, like you say, you acting sassy. It's not that serious. But if they're really down for you, that's the key thing.
Right.
I think that if men are more considering of their feelings, there won't be so much riff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll give a prime example. You know, my wife just jumped in.
Shout out to the missus.
Yeah,
Shout
hey
out to the
baby.
wife.
We had a situation. She asked me a question. And you know, when women ask you a question, it can trigger you.
Absolutely.
You know, I just find it funny how your shit just go off.
Ain't shit funny after that
Right.
either.
She asked me a question and I responded from logic.
Right.
Not realizing she was asking the question because of something that she was feeling. Almost got into an argument. I calmed down, thought about it, I said, maybe she was saying this, that, and the third.
Right.
Came back, said, if this is what you were saying, then I apologize for my response earlier. You understand what I'm saying? And it squashed it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I would be selective in this day and age with these females now of how I do that, because they will think you soft. You know what I'm saying? They can think that they're getting over on you. And that's the problem, because they look at every man as a come up or Mr. Right Now.
Right.
Crow, what's happening?
I think for me, I feel what also adds on to that, and you know, Slim and I, we talk about it a lot, you know, in our talkings and everything like that, is social media. You know what I'm saying? It's so many ill-advised narratives and ill-advised, overly used expectations and soliloquies and all. And it's like, yo, that's not really how life goes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not really how life goes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If two people are willing to understand and willing to come to a meeting point, right? Just like you just said about you and your wife, right? All right, you thought about it a minute, stepped back, said, okay, maybe it's option B. It wasn't option A. Men always think of option A. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We don't go A, B, C.
Right.
No, it has to be option
It's
A.
this one.
It's this one, and that's it, right? So you did what you did as a man, said, hold on, I need to understand my woman in my life and understand where is she going with what she wants to hit. And that's okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This whole sassy you know what my comeback to that is? And to women some women that say that line, okay, what about your fathers or your grandfathers or your uncles? So was they sassy when with they wives? Like, okay, you know what? I don't win this argument. You got it. Cool. Or they explain themselves to have. It's called communication, dog.
Yo, my wife calls social media the devil.
Yeah, it's true though.
Oh my
It's
God.
true
Listen, the
though.
way you use it, it can be how you use it.
It's true though, son.
Right.
Our
can be.
grandparents, our uncles. I've seen that match. Even God rest it, my mom and you know my dad is around, but even before they split up, my dad is Caribbean, my dad is Trinidadian massive. So you already know how Caribbeans give it up.
Right.
He even at times was like, hold on, Yvonne, all right.
Yeah, you gotta pick your battles.
I apologize.
Absolutely gotta pick your
All right,
battles.
what do you want? What do you want done? What do you want done?
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right.
Like, yo, come on. So at the end of the day, when you become an adult and you become grown, all right, on your growth of being grown, You know what I'm saying? You gotta come to a meeting point.
Mm-hmm.
And all that bashing and under-bashing, undertoning, talking about, oh, nah, I don't want to hear it. You sassy, you too.
Over-talking people.
Yeah, it's nonsense, dog.
Because a lot of times in relationships, I can't put that on either party because both do it. But a lot of times in relationships, when we have those kind of conversations,
Right.
we're responding or we're talking. Like, if you're talking, I'm listening, but I'm not listening to hear what you're actually saying. I'm listening to respond.
Right.
And that's where a lot of shit gets lost.
We both talking in defense mode.
Exactly. My
Right.
man Sonny, what's going on?
That's a big issue.
All right. We're gonna come back to that. Another one. Here we go. Finish this sentence. If a woman feels a man has to be making a certain amount of money in order to fuck with her, then she should be able to. I'll go first.
Now you go first.
I'll go first.
I'll follow up after.
She should be able to make him better. She should be able to be his calm in the storm. And she should also know how to take care of his needs. Mental, physical, emotional, and you gotta know how to cook.
Gotta know how to cook.
Spiritual.
I ain't worried about the cleaning. My mama taught me that, you know. But my cooking ain't so great. You gotta know how to cook.
Gotta know how to cook.
Gotta know how to cook.
All right, but here's my thing on that, right? Let's
Okay.
go devil's advocate that. Because the pushback, majority of the pushback would be, well, why can't you be a handyman? Why can't you fix a tire? Why can't you...
And you know
what
what
I'm
my
saying?
answer would be?
No, right.
But you know what my answer would
Why
be?
can't
The
you?
same reason I can't go to a prostitute. Because it's certain things I ain't supposed to do. You know, and that's the thing is that I think one of the things that happened somewhere along the lines, little girls stopped being taught how to be wives.
Absolutely.
Because there was a time when a little girl, if you got her toys, it was a doll, a kitchen set, a stove. You know, I remember the Easy Bake ovens.
Right.
All of that. Now they getting the same damn toys. I just saw a little girl with a Brock Lesnar doll. Like, what the heck? Yeah. All right.
They're not gonna like this answer. If you saying a man should make a certain amount of money to talk to you, you should be able to match him.
Woo!
If he gotta be making six figures, you better be making six figures.
5 ain't good?
5 ain't good.
Okay.
You want me at this certain level, you better be there too, because you're not gonna come in and welch off of what I have if you're not bringing the same in.
Right.
Like, that's not gonna happen.
She come with a measuring part. Now she talking about, we got the Jag. No, we ain't got no
That's
goddamn
what
Jag.
women. That's what women want. Women want to deal with somebody who's going to upgrade their life instantly, and they had to put no work in it.
But now let me ask you a question. Is it wrong to want somebody to upgrade you?
No, absolutely not. We can see.
Or is it wrong for you to want somebody to upgrade you and you can't even make the first move for yourself?
Exactly.
Okay.
That's like they want you to just fix their life, like an instant fix.
Okay.
It's the difference. You get somebody and then go, listen, this is what we're going to do together to get better as a unit.
Right.
Because I think when people forget in a relationship is a partnership.
Right.
We doing stuff together.
Right.
You're not going to just come in here and just all of a sudden your bank account looks different now because you dating me.
Right.
And that's what they think.
Okay.
Like they think like he makes six figures, we make six figures.
Right.
Like no. I make six figures, and you're gonna get what I give you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
you get in public assistance.
I think what women forget too. Yeah, I think what women forget is that when you deal with a man and he making all the money, you giving him all the power.
Okay.
Because
But it depends on what type of man you
of course,
have.
it depends, of course, but most men like that, right, are about power. Money is power.
Right, because that's how they got the money.
That's how they got the money, right? And then these women, because they come in, they either don't have their own finances or they don't want to get their own finances. You're under his will. Because what's your option? Because if you was making $40,000 a year, now you meet a man that's making six figures. You ain't gonna want to go back to that $30,000 a year life.
Right.
You good here.
Right.
So now it's what options do you have?
And that's why so many of them just deal with a lot of shit.
Exactly. That's why you're coming out to say that, oh, if he makes six figures, he could cheat whenever he wants. What?
Yeah,
Like, what sense does that make?
Instead of saying
work
I'm
out
gonna
here.
be the type
Nasty
of woman
work.
that he's not gonna need to cheat.
Right.
Because men are not hard to satisfy.
At all.
Feed them,
See
fuck
guns.
them, give them space for sports. Act like you listen every
And
once in a
peace.
while.
And
Right,
peace.
and peace. We got enough going on in the world.
We got to deal with it enough. We don't want to come home and argue with you. People want to listen. So that goes into the question of the Western. How do you feel about the 50-50 conversation?
Oh man, let's
He said, let me.
Let me stretch for this. Stretch for this one, right?
Listen. It's really pure math, right? 50-50 is 100. 90-10 is 100. 70-30 is 100. 60-40, 80-20. Well, however way you want to put it, right?
Right.
It's still going to equal 100. Now,
Right.
if said person, let's say, passes away, is ill, loses his job, whatever, okay, what happens now? That 50 is gone. Now you still got 50, right? So now what are you expecting after that when it comes to 50-50? Like, I'm not a real believer of that, but the 50-50 got to stop. There's going to be somebody within the relationship, regardless of how, that's going to make more or do more than the other person until both are equally yoked and equally bonded, and you can now do whatever you want now. That's how it goes.
Right.
And once again, it goes back to what we said earlier about this daggone social media. It is putting these ill-advised notions that, oh, if I get a six-figure man, life is changing over. Or if you meet a man who makes the minimum average in your country, which is right now, I think it's like around 55,000 is the minimum for an average man or whatever. The minimum average for a man's salary in America, right? Or maybe a little lower, maybe 45. But what I'm saying is, okay, if you are to meet that person, there's two things. One, you can say yes or no. Two, there's no fucking mandate. There's no mandate that tells you, yo, I gotta be stuck with them. And that's what I don't like when some women put that narrative out, oh, the society's making me say I gotta take the man that has less. No, society is not.
Nah, you don't.
Right.
You have a decision. It's either, okay, yes, I do deal with them, no, I don't deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you put your feelings involved and you don't know, that's what you got to deal with until the relationship or the time is expired.
Right.
That's it. So when it comes to this 50-50, we got to stop with this dumb shit. You know, and also, too, the men, I got to get the fellas, yo. The fellas that are doing that dumb ass, like, yo, man, no girl should be doing 50-50. Be the man. You should be.
Oh, shit.
Yo, ain't no simp. No, ain't no simp. I'm going to change that. You a sucker ass dude, right? I'm
We
sorry.
was just talking about catering to women's feelings, and now
But you a sucker ass dude. You a fucking male feminist, man.
What's good?
Like,
Warrior was good.
you know, real shit. You a male feminist, dog.
Okay.
Like, come on, man. We don't need men. Granted, a man is supposed to hold another man accountable. Cool. But don't be fucking gaslighting some stupid shit, especially on social media, talking, yo, nah, y'all wildin'. You should be making over 90K if you want a woman. And shut the fuck up, dog.
But you know what type of dudes those are? And I'm going to use our friend's favorite line. That's a pick me dude.
Oh, yeah, by far.
He's trying to stand out in the comments so he could get that DM.
By far, son.
But meanwhile, after you get that DM and you really end up having to do that shit you said you was willing to do, that shit don't always work out.
Right.
Because then you realize why she's single when you get to know her. That's
That's why I wrote the book, and that's just why your ass is still single.
so. Look, so let me read what Brittany said. We talk about the money. She said, "That's why I make enough money to manage my life. A man is a plus, and all finances are welcome. But if you have it, I still got it."
Right. But this is the thing. This is why it's so hard
Go
out
left
here.
sports.
It's so hard out here to get people to understand the realization and the concepts of life.
But you know what I
saying?
think it is? Going like the 50-50 thing. I think that if women, and this is going to sound crazy, understood team concept, then that would work. See, most men, I'm not going to say all, but most men have been on some type of team. Football, basketball,
Right.
cricket,
Right.
What's this little bullshit now they do? The pickleball, some type of team.
Whoa, there will be no pickleball slander.
You like that?
Pickleball,
There will be no pickleball slander.
Yeah, pickleball, all right, son.
Y'all two LES motherfuckers is
Nah,
getting to
LES. They go from Harlem.
No, but I'm saying that shit in the lower. And I always say shit like pickleball and flag football was created for motherfuckers who can't play sports. But anyway, the reason why I say that is because, like, okay, for years, I played football, right? And I could easily say at my position as a lineman, no other position do the work that we do.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But I also understand. I also understand that as a quarterback, yeah, you might not have to hit as many people, you might not have to block as many people, but your responsibilities is just as important.
Exactly.
So the 50-50 thing works when you understand that 50-50 just means that we're both giving 100% to this.
Mm-hmm.
So if whatever you don't have, I got it. And if I ain't
Right.
got it, we'll figure out a way to get
Exactly.
it. Shout out to my wife.
The
After
partnership.
I had my heart attack, I couldn't work.
Oh wow, that's
I couldn't work.
Wow.
And she held us down. I'm talking about we didn't miss trips to Atlantic City. Nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it got annoying to her and it bothered her, but she understood
What it was.
Once he's back up, we good.
That's understanding of the
You understand
concepts
what I'm
of
saying?
life.
The understanding. So it's the 50-50. Now, when I was growing up, one of the lessons I was always taught, and I think this is a lesson that men forgot to teach their sons.
Right.
You take a woman out. You got $200. She got $100. It's still only $200.
That's a fact.
Because her $100 is not coming out until your $200 is gone.
Right.
Now, what she does with it is what you measure her by. Because now, if she starts calling you a broke ass nigga and starts doing things for herself, then you know she's selfish and you don't need to fuck with her.
Right.
But if she takes that $100 and go, here, baby, this, that, and the third. All right, this is a partner. This is a ride or die.
Yo, that's the partner word is so important, and I think that has been lost in relationships. The partnership. We
Right.
are a team, like you said, team sports, right? It's two people working together to get to a goal. Mm-hmm. That's a relationship. Whatever the goal is, the goal could be marriage, the goal could be getting a house, the goal could be whatever. We're gonna work together to get to that goal. Not one person sits on the sidelines and watch the other person bust their ass to get us to this point that we're trying to get to.
Right. And I want to make this point real quick for any woman that watches this. If you have a productive man and for whatever reason he's not producing like he used to, the worst thing you can do is throw it up in his fucking face.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's fighting that demon every day, whether he say it or not. He might be sitting on that game for 6 hours. When grown men play video games, it's not because they're playing video games. That's their relax. That's their escape. That's the way they may think about how to handle certain shit in life. So let him have that. Because once you start fucking with that, guess what happened? He's going to look for somebody who won't.
Yep.
All right,
The 50-50 thing, I don't know.
How you feel?
First of all, any chick that tells me like she not with the whole 50-50 thing and I gotta pay for everything, at that point you just become a tenant.
A tenant?
You become a tenant and a bad investment. Honestly.
So she's a liability.
Yeah, you're a liability. If I'm saying out her dishing out all the finances, all the money, you're not helping at all. You just become a bad investment to me. And now you're a tenant, and now you have to live by my rules.
Wow.
Lights out at 9. Sorry.
Lights out at 9?
Lights out at 9.
Stay out my goddamn kitchen?
Yeah, like
This motherfucker here.
don't turn the light on after 9. Like I pay all the bills. This is my
It's like slumlord.
Right.
It goes back to partnership.
Where my rent?
We both doing our partner relationship, so we both have our rights and we both gain our respect. Yeah, for real. Bro.
Right.
Lights out at 9.
Come on now, you know what time it is.
Come on, big.
All right. Question.
Yes.
In your opinion, what are two, because we know it's a couple, but what are two of the biggest things driving a wedge between men and women?
I go first. So we always touch on this topic on every episode almost.
Yeah.
Social fucking media. The reason why it's social media is because you have all these people that you don't know telling you how your relationship should be. Right? So you got these women that's letting women know what kind of man they should deal with.
No, add men
And
to
you got men, you got men letting other men tell them what kind of woman they should be with. It's your fucking relationship.
It's your life.
How about
It's
this?
your idea of what woman you want.
Okay.
How is somebody you don't know gonna tell you what you want in your spouse?
The same way 1,000 women get on social media and tell you what a man is.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Like nobody, like it's funny. Podcasts, all these podcasters with all these women up here saying,
Not like ours, though.
Not like ours. He got to make this amount of money. Then you all these dude podcasters saying she got to do this, she got to do that. Like, bro, pick who you want to be with.
Exactly.
Pick the person that fits you. Stop trying to allow society to tell you how your relationship should be. I tell people all the time, the only two people in your relationship, the only two people that should understand your relationship is you and your fucking spouse. Nobody else has to understand your relationship except y'all two.
Right.
That's it.
Shout out to Kanye.
Like,
Son, I be looking at him like, what the fuck is he doing? But
nah, she's under a spell.
Yeah.
She's
and
under
that's
a
what he
spell,
wanted.
bro.
He wanted someone he could put a spell
Bro,
on.
like,
Jazz, what up? We just had this conversation the other day.
Yo,
Yeah.
word.
Oh, yeah. She's under a spell, bro. He's a wizard. She's under
He's a wizard.
Okay. Social media and
social media and where you go get your relationship advice from.
okay.
And I mean outside of social media, I mean like dudes will go get their advice from their man that they never seen in a healthy relationship.
Right.
Like all you saw this nigga B was a piece of shit dude.
Right.
And you going to him like, yo, bro, what should I do? He gonna tell you to do some dumb shit because he's dumb.
Nigga, like, yo, fuck all that.
Oh,
Get on this plane with me. We out.
right.
We going to
They-
Vegas.
right.
We out.
Yo, what should I do, bro? I don't know, but I got these two bitches in the crib.
Yo.
Like, no, that's not the option. Like, that's not the advice I needed, bro. So then you got these, how do you say, city girls. They going to these friends. Oh, they going to the friends that's miserable and bitter because they don't got a man. So guess what they want you to do?
Go out
Be
with them.
miserable with them and be single. You ass much.
Wait, but hold on. Let me add this to your point. I was talking with my boy Sean. Shout out to Sean. And because we're working on something, we don't know what we're gonna what it's exactly gonna be. But two old married dudes that just talk about how shit has changed. He brought up something that I thought about,
Absolutely.
and I said, "Oh shit." It's crazy that you can be in a relationship with somebody and you can tell them something and they don't take it. But then they go on social media and like dude with the little tight sweaters that got caught. Derek, what was his name?
Oh, Derek Jackson.
Oh, Derek Jackson.
Oh,
Derek
God,
Jackson.
Jesus heaven.
He says it's the gospel. That you live with me.
Yo,
Right.
I don't understand that. Again, back to all these podcasts, all these shows, like the whole, not to say anything about them, the tonight's conversation, whatever
Yeah.
that show. Y'all pay for these people to tell you what you already fucking know. You're paying $6,000 to tell you what you already know. So if my man doesn't come home for 3 nights and then come home and jumps right in the shower, how should I take that? Well,
The nigga was cheating.
Well, it could be a possibility he's out there cheating with another one. You fucking knew that. You knew that when he was in the shower. You knew he was cheating when he was in the shower. Like, why you need somebody to tell you this?
That's why I used to like Kevin Samuels, bro.
Kept it real.
Because he'll try to tell it to you nice in the first time. Well, he probably was out somewhere else. But I don't understand it. Because you know understand it. Look, he was out fucking.
Let me say something, and I want your audience and audience on my live to understand something. Kevin Samuels was speaking on a business lens because if you think about relationships and you think about marriage, it is a business.
That's a fact.
Right? So all his concepts, you can say whatever you want. Okay, fine. If his delivery wasn't to your liking, okay, I understand that. But here's the Snapple fact, right? Before he did that type of content, he was getting at men.
No,
It was.
You know
He
what?
was getting at
definitely
men.
He gets at men.
And guess what? He was getting at men, and guess what happened? Nobody was saying nothing.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
mute.
Yep.
It was mute.
Yep.
Nobody was like, none of that. Until
He started talking
when he
to women.
switched and brought the accountability and talked about business acumen of when it comes to a relationship and for women to understand of that.
And what it takes
Now-
to deal with a high price value man.
and all. Now he's a homemonger. He's a freaking villain. This, that, even
He's gay.
even the viciousness. Even when he passed away,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
was bad. That was nasty work.
It was nasty.
That was nasty work.
But it's crazy because if you pay attention, and I'm pretty sure y'all brothers do, whenever there's a black male that speaks on that level, it's always met with backlash.
And how dare you?
And right. And then his sexuality comes into question.
Always.
Now, here's my thing about that. It don't matter if I'm gay, straight, transgender, into monkeys. If what I'm saying is the facts, then that's the fucking facts.
Right.
Black is black. No matter how racist I am, the color black is the color black.
Right.
Whether I like it or not, it's something different.
And with Kevin Samuels, and I actually have to thank you for this. If you listen to what he said to those women, first of all, they would set themselves up for it. Mm-hmm. Because they would give him all the information he fucking needed to say what he about to say.
400 pounds, 7 kids, 43 years old, but I want a man who makes $1 million.
What he was doing was he wasn't playing into their delusions.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the fact that, like everybody said, all he did was tell them the truth. Mm-hmm. Again, what they already fucking knew, but nobody was telling them. Mm-hmm. So they were living this delusional world where, like, why can't I get the man I want? Okay, this
D,
is why.
what up, D? How you, bro?
That's all he was doing. They asked him, why can't I get the man I want? And he was saying, this is why. Mm-hmm. So either you change these things about yourself, or hang it up, or you're gonna keep. And then like you said, the stuff he would say is like, yo, you're listening to them, and you're like, you don't fucking get it.
Because some of them, when they got on the camera, like, oh yeah, she ain't got a shot in hell.
Right.
All right. So for me, my two biggest things that is driving a wedge between men and women. One, I don't want to say social media as a whole, but I do want to say what we subscribe to on social media.
The nuances.
Right. And pride.
Definitely
pride. Pride is driving such a huge wedge because, and this is just my opinion, when you're in a relationship, there's no room for pride.
Nope.
There's no room for it. Because this is a person that you're supposed to be when you realize and deem that they're worthy of it. Because that's another thing, is that we run around here acting like everyone is a king and queen, and they're not. There are a lot of peasants out here.
Right.
Now, if you're royalty and you're dealing with a peasant, then you're going to get what you get. Like my grandmother used to always say, if you lay down with a dog, you're getting up with fleas. So the pride thing, and it's on both parties.
Right.
And that's what
That's why I want it to be understood.
Right. And that's what leaves room for stupid ass friends to give you stupid ass advice, going to social media, like I swear to God, I used to do it as a joke, but I hated it. I used to hate seeing people have arguments on social media.
Facts.
Worst thing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You see the female, she gets on any dude who don't da-da-da-da-da, then he's da-da-da-da-da. Then you go to his page, and he done said, well, bitches that don't. Now, I'm flicking back and forth
you
all
putting the poster
day.
together. You putting the poster together.
Right. But then they got the nerve to say, I don't know why everybody in my business.
Yo,
motherfucker, what I know had you never posted it.
You posted it and it got like 1,000 views, nigga.
And the only reason you mad at my comments because they don't agree with what you said.
Exactly.
Right. Yo, that shit is so annoying, bro.
Right.
Exactly.
All right. Well, so, Roy, what's your two?
All right, because I know you guys said social media. I don't want to add on to it. I don't want to be.
We're going to get a shirt that says fuck social media.
No, I don't right. I don't want it to be a running bit. So I'll go with, I'll say this. Lack of understanding history and lack of understanding the true meaning of communication. You know what I'm saying? And when I say lack of history, we want to dismiss our grandfathers and our fathers because we want to do things our own way, as far as like both men and women, right? But it's like, but if you look back at things, it helps you go forward in the future. If you look back at, even if you were a single parent home or a 2-parent home, if you look at what your grandfathers and them went through, regardless of what time or era went in or whatever, still take that into account and implement that into your fucking life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because once again, like I was saying before earlier, by the simp this and simp that, you wouldn't dare call your grandfather a fucking simp. Right. You wouldn't dare call your grandfather a sassy. You wouldn't call your uncle effing sassy, because what they do was, back in the days, they knew that, okay, I got to pick my points, but in the same token, I have to respect this woman that's with me. And vice versa. Your grandmothers, your aunts, your moms, and they respected they husbands because it's the same thing because they knew that okay, we got to get it to here, so there has to be a respect. So understanding your history, understanding your lineage of your family, and implement. You don't have to take everything, but still implement that into your life. Also, too, the second thing I said was what did I say? Oh my God, because I'm tired. The second thing I said.
You said social media.
No, I didn't say,
you said you wasn't going to harp on social
media.
media.
Oh, and communication. Sorry.
Right, communication.
Understanding what communication is. Communication is not, okay, you talk and I only listen, that's it, and I don't give feedback. Or, just like you explained earlier, okay, I listen to only respond. No, you got to full-fledged listen. And then full-fledged display what you're going to say, but understand of who you're displaying it to. That's another thing, too, that both sections have a weird, misconception of. Understand who are you saying it to. If you took the energy to go in bed with this person, you know what I'm saying? You took the energy to kiss them. You took the energy to take them out on dates. You should have took some time to understand that. Understand, okay, all right, she doesn't like logic all the time. Let me hear what she has to say. Let me go to console her feelings or whatever, and then after that, I'll back it up with logic. That's communication. That's what works. Also, too, it's okay to kind of know of the love language. Even though I know people don't want to hear love language, but real talk, that's really key. To understand love language, because you got to understand, okay, what is your love language? And it's okay to ask that in the beginning. That's a great thing to ask in the beginning. Yo, what's your love language?
And let you know what you're getting into.
Right.
It's funny because Missy said kind of the same thing you're saying. She said if people listen and understand, relationships would be more successful these days.
Oh, yeah, by far.
I definitely agree with that. People
Or you wouldn't have so many people stuck in ones that they don't want to be in.
Right.
That's another
That
topic
too.
too. That's another topic too.
That
These
too.
people that's in relationships and they know damn well that shit been over a long time ago, but you still in it.
You know why? For men, because according to society, the biggest failure for a man is not keeping your woman.
Yeah.
If you look at movies and everything else, the biggest, I fucked your girl. Oh, I took your girl. Oh, this, that, third. You could. And that shit is crazy because what happens is, a lot of times in these relationships, I've seen it. Once you give up,
It's right.
it's over. But now here's the thing. When a woman realizes the relationship is over, she begins to prepare to leave.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Dudes know the relationship is over. They're trying to hold it up until they find, they're doing the monkey bar shit. I'm not going to move on until I find something more solid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When the fact of the matter is, and that's why you got so many people in fucked up relationships, because all you're doing is taking the baggage from this relationship to your next relationship. You didn't take no time for yourself. And that's the thing with that got lost when our elders stopped teaching us about the concept of dating. Because dating does not mean you being with one person. Dating means you talk to this person, what we call talking to.
Right.
You talk to this person, you talk to that person until you realize who you want to be with.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Then you shut down shop for everybody else.
Yep. Right.
But now what you got is you got people that are in committed relationships, but it's not where they wanted to be, or it's too new,
Right.
or you're not who you appeared to be on Instagram,
Right.
stuff like that. And then they don't know how to say, this isn't for me.
Right. Right.
And there's nothing wrong with saying that. You know what I'm saying? But because society have you thinking, oh, he couldn't keep his woman. Yeah. Oh God. That's a whole show in itself. Relationships and phones.
That's a whole book.
Listen. Can I tell you
That's a whole fucking book.
Can I tell you how many times my phone got me in trouble? Anyway,
Jesus Christ. Phones,
right.
man.
Something else I wanted to
so
add
fast.
after hearing what you were saying. I think one of the biggest things, because remember I'm saying it's layers. One of the biggest things that's driving a wedge in between men and women, and you touched on it when you said about the history.
Yeah.
But it's also about understanding your role.
Exactly.
Rich, what's going on?
Exactly.
Understanding your role as the woman in this relationship. Understanding your role as the man in this relationship.
Yes.
Are y'all dating? Is this a monogamous relationship? Are you working towards marriage? Is this just a drive-by? Does she want kids?
drive-by.
Do you want kids? These are things that people don't find out no more. And then when it gets to Point Break, you find out that this motherfucker got 7 kids that he don't take care of, and now you giving him number 8.
Because we date the look versus dating the person.
Shawnee.
Right, we dating for fashion. And I'm gonna tell you something. While I've never been one to date for fashion, I've been around people who have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Case in point, when I got married, he can tell you, we went right to the Justice of the Peace, City Hall. Was no big gala, wasn't no $100,000 debt wedding. Had a friend who also got married. His wedding cost him $80,000. Damn. I'm still with my wife.
Yeah, he
4 kids
Divorced
deep.
and in debt.
That motherfucker is divorced and still paying on
And
that
in
wedding.
debt. Yep. No, that's you know what? You know what's crazy about that, right? If you and your wife went to the Justice of the Peace, right? You know why? Because y'all were more worried about the union y'all was doing than putting on a show.
Fanfare.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a big issue with relationships too, is that people are so worried about impressing other people with their relationship. I told somebody this other day,
relationship
right?
goals.
I told somebody this other day, I said, and this is for men. Men spend too much time trying to impress their boys with how they treat their girl instead of impressing their girl with how they treat them.
Right, by far.
But that's something that's been around forever.
No, I'm not saying it's new. I'm just saying it's part of the reason, because it's like dudes will really be more pressed about not looking soft in front of their boys or not looking like their girl is whatever
Right.
in front of their boys. And it's like, well, I don't give a fuck what you think about how I treat my girl.
But I gotta go home to her.
Hey,
Right,
Exactly.
but you know where that comes from? Because there are deep conversations that need to be had about relationships that aren't had anymore. Like when I was growing up, you couldn't tell the elders that weren't together because they still slept in the same house, might have been separate beds.
Right.
They still moved as a family unit. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't know what was going on behind them closed doors until he died.
Right.
And all the other kids that she didn't have showed up to the funeral. Then you go, oh, Mr. Charles was handing out that wee like Watchtower.
That's a
You
whole
understand what I'm
fact,
saying?
though. That's a whole fact.
And also, it's become fashionable now. It's the end thing now for women to show how much of a hoe they can be.
Yeah, when did that shit start? That
Like,
should be a secret.
listen, when I was growing up, we had hoes. But you had to
Hoes been around
know.
since the dawn of time.
Right, but
Yeah,
you had to know.
mistresses.
You had to know who the hoe was. She wasn't out there with a whole shirt on.
Oh, sure.
You know, she didn't have, cum bucket on her forehead.
Yeah.
But if you found out, and it was usually because she said some shit like, I don't normally do this. Yes, the fuck you do.
Nah, you're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying? And with guys, once, you know what I think fucked it up for guys? Music.
Oh yeah, hip hop.
I won't even say
not
hip hop.
hip-hop, music in general.
No, R&B, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you remember when we was growing up, them R&B songs by them dudes, they were emotional.
Passionate.
They were passionate. They even promised you shit they couldn't give you. The sun, the rain, the moon, the stars, and the mountains.
Right.
I can't give you that, but I'm gonna try to give you the
out here
best
waiting
I
for that.
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Still chicks out here waiting for them
Right.
stars.
Fucking Jodeci. It's been an hour since you've been gone, and that's too long. Now,
Right.
Down on bended knee.
right now, you
Right,
got
right.
fuck you, bitch. I'm popping a Zanny and fucking your friend. This is what we do till the end. Then I'm smoking on the pack of your brother. Fuck that nigga and your mother. This is the type of shit they got now.
Yo, that was bars though, bro.
That was
Bars,
bars
though, bro.
Bars
though, bro.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good trap song.
Right. Give me a trap beat. I'm about to make some trap music.
Sounds
There
like
we
a
go.
good trap song. I ain't gonna lie to you. New single by my man, The Truth.
The real
on Broke Records.
Let me hold $1 record.
on
But-
God.
What? I said it records, but it's the truth.
Bars.
It's the truth. It's like I look at like one of the things whenever I host a show, when I start talking about relationships and I want to tell a joke, I usually talk about this. I remember I heard a young dude. He was talking to this girl on the train and he was like, "Yo, ma, you should let me kill." I didn't know what the fuck it meant. So I went home and asked my wife because, she's more hip than me. I'm old head and I'm stuck in there and I'm happy to be there.
That's okay.
But we got kids, so one of us so she keeps her post on that shit. I said, what the fuck does that mean? She said, oh, he was trying to fuck.
Yeah.
I said, that's what we say now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
My
it
students-
worked?
That's all my students be
Niggas trying to
saying.
kill the pussy.
Like,
Yeah.
no, like when we was growing up, it was, yo, can I have a kiss? You know what I'm saying? And
It was stages. It was stages.
Right, the opening line to try to get some pussy was, "Can I take you out?"
Right.
Because we knew, we were taught, if you want her attention, you got to do X, Y, and Z. Now niggas just
Straight for the
no,
kill.
they don't even pass go no more.
Cash App on Facebook.
Yes,
Cash
yes.
App.
And another thing, wait, I gotta talk about this.
Disrespectful.
And this you always talk about, I say things that is gonna get us canceled.
Cancel.
Put this one in the list. Main camera, here we go. To the women out there. Selling pussy or your pictures on OnlyFans is not content creating.
Oh my God.
It's prostitution.
Oh my God.
It's prostitution. It's prostitution.
Bro.
Online.
Bro. I've realized, right? Women nowadays, right?
I'm sorry. Yo, talk about. I just had to. After he said it, I had to like really internalize it.
Yo.
I'm like, you know what?
But
If you look on
every
Instagram,
chick- content creator.
content creator, and
what?
you see ass. You see no content. You just see ass.
I was like, you know
Underwear.
what?
On
You're-
Twitter, the old Twitter.
Oh my
You're
God.
a content creator, but you don't leave your fucking bedroom.
And you don't talk about anything. Like, case in point, there's a content creator, right, that I watched, Just Jazzy.
Okay.
She's dope. You know why? She's not fronting. She's not up there trying to show her ass. She's talking about her real life, her kids, her girlfriend, all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a foodie. You know, that's content.
That's
But
content.
you posting videos of you getting smashed by a nigga who paid you $100, that's not content. That's prostitution with fucking receipts.
Because I'm going to tell you what it is, bro. They
On video, you just incriminated yourself, dummy.
I'm sorry. Yo.
Am I lying though?
because I'm gonna tell you what it is. though. What it is that women nowadays take every route around prostitution to call it everything else
But prostitution.
except for prostitution.
Right, because like if you tell me that I gotta have X amount of money to fuck with you,
You're a
technically,
prostitute.
you're telling me how much it is to lease the pussy.
Right. But then they get mad. I don't agree with this, but they get mad when men say, you know what? I'd rather just pay a prostitute to fuck.
But you know what I think it comes from? Again, I think we're living in a time of evolution. You know what I think it comes from? I think it comes from all of the niggas who use money to get women.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, by far.
You know what I'm saying?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
They might not be able to do
It's
this.
niggas'
You know
fault.
what I'm saying? I might not be able to do this. I might not be, but I got money. That'd be the answer.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Nigga, you ugly as hell, but I got money. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, your shit is, but I got money. And these women, because they know that they gotta pay, so they give up this money, and now females run around. It's just like on social media. You got 400-pound women shaped like the fucking Kool-Aid man that get on social media and then say shit like, I heard guys don't like big girls no more. No, we like big girls
Don't
that are
like you.
shaped. We don't like fucking linemen looking like fucking refrigerators. That's what the fuck we don't like. Put your clothes back on, cause I can't even see your drawers.
Or girls looking like, what are those characters? Like Little Miss
this-
Angry and like those type of characters.
Yeah, and stop with
Just
the
people
goddamn
characters.
filters. You ain't got no freckles, heifer. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Yo, my people. I'm
But you
trying
know
not to
what's
laugh.
crazy? But you know what's crazy about everything you just said, right? Everything you just said, women are main one is that be like, I need a man to take me for who I am. You don't take you for who the fuck you are. Like,
Right, because you come to me, your eyelashes ain't yours, your hair ain't yours, your nails ain't yours, your tits ain't yours, your ass ain't yours. You got on so much makeup that if you lay on my pillow, when you get up, your face is still on the fucking bed. But you want me to take you as you are? Who are you?
Right.
I remember the 70s and the 80s, even in the early 90s, a woman used to be natural, period.
Natural.
Right, and if they had certain and if they had certain enhancements, you didn't know.
Hell no.
If they wore a waist trainer, they wasn't wearing it outside on top of the outfit.
Remember those days though?
Yes.
Remember the days when the weave, waist trainers and shit were hidden?
I remember you.
And they didn't want you to know their hair was fake.
A woman would argue you down. This ain't no goddamn weave, bitch. I
right.
see the thread. This ain't no weave. Now they be like, oh, I gotta go get this lace together.
The lace
And
front
shit
just-
is-
the lace front
the,
just-
the lace is sitting like that. Hey, Francis. Francine, what's going on? Very funny
Front just
comedian,
looking like a
Francine.
fucking
God.
sweatband around your head.
Right.
It's like,
Oh
I
my
can
God.
see your
And now,
hair.
instead of them just working on that, now they got that little ninja strap shit that they just tie on the front of it. Bad enough if you go to the fucking the Chinese hairs places, they got baby hair on paper, on strips of paper, sitting at the fucking counter. So it's horrible.
You can't, like I said, you cannot expect me to accept you for who you are
If
when
you
you
not
didn't
even
accept
who you
you
are.
for who you
They
are.
got stocking caps that look like do-rags too.
Yeah, they got all that shit. All that shit, bro.
I watched a woman put a stocking cap on at the barbershop, and they put a wig on the stocking cap.
Oh, the wig game was crazy.
No,
man.
at first I thought, I was like, that's some dope shit. That's creative as fuck. Then I found out how much she paid for it. I was like, if you got that kind of money,
Hey, listen.
you shouldn't be getting on the goddamn train.
But I hate to go there, but we also, if we're gonna say that, then to be fair, you gotta get at the dudes that's faking out here too.
Oh, fuck all of them.
No, because they don't get
Fuck
no
all of
play.
them niggas.
No, but still.
Wait, it depends,
The dudes
'cause-
that be
with the
sewing,
beard and yeah.
sewing with the hair, sewing with the
I'm
beard.
Nah, let me tell you something.
I'm waiting for the day
Yeah,
that I walk
them
past.
niggas
I'm
on that
waiting
same
for the
path
day.
too. Like, we gotta keep it a buck.
Bro,
You are-
we gotta
you're
keep
right.
it fair.
Absolutely right.
We gotta keep it fair.
Barbershop videos these days, and I'm like, when the fuck did all this start
wait,
in the
how about-
barbershop?
Remember when we had Neighborhood Slim on?
Yeah.
So he was the first person that I know personally as a barber that was doing that. Like he was putting the sectional. That's what I call it.
Right.
And I said, "Yo, how many of those you do?" He said, "You'd be surprised."
Surprise.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, "Are you
Surprise.
serious?"
And making
he's-
bank.
Right. And he was like, "Because
Making
bro,
bank.
a lot of men don't want to admit to being bald." Okay, well, get a hat. You know what I'm saying?
Neo with the fuck up.
Right.
How long Neo was out before we realized Neo was fucking bald?
Right.
A long
Because he had a hat on every fucking video he
LL
ever
Cool
did.
J, same shit.
Right.
Bro, no, it's real. I
No,
watch these videos
that's what I'm
online,
saying.
and these
We gotta
barbers
keep
are
it- we gotta
charging
keep it real. We gotta keep it-
$400.
yeah.
Yo, I see the dude go from the George Jefferson to a head full of dreads
Looking like Migos.
in an hour.
Looking like
I
Migos.
saw a dude. Listen, I saw a dude. He walked in.
Looking like the Migos. Dead
I
ass.
seen the dude. He walked in. He looked like Sideshow Bob. He had all this shit right here.
Right.
The nigga, it's YouTube, so they do the edit. So he started and he spent the chair. When when the chair finished spinning, this nigga had a head full of waves, a sharp ass part. He had a motherfucking Rick Ross beard.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yo.
She said them little fake hot tops.
Yeah, word.
About to the 20 years.
Word.
right,
Word.
right.
Word. The Steve Harveys.
I'm waiting for the
Niggas
day.
had the Steve Harvey, son.
I'm waiting for the day I walk past a barbershop or salon and see a couple both getting their weave put in.
Oh, yeah. All right, shit.
That's
I'm
not even
going-
that
that's
surprising.
that's
That wouldn't
not
be
surprising.
I'm going in
Niggas is
there.
gonna get their nails done with their girls nowadays.
I'm going in there and asking, is it your first
Nigga,
date?
that shit is more common than a chicken spot, man.
Looking like some zaddies.
Shit is horrible.
They went from old Unk to Zaddy and remember
Right.
Yeah, son.
Right. All right. So, last question. Here we go. Why do you think so many women today act as if it's a privilege to fuck with them? So you should be happy I'm here. That's their attitude. When many of them don't bring anything to the situation except worn out coot noop.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Actually, you know what? I actually blame it on men.
Facts. Super
Actually
facts.
blame it on men.
Super
because
facts.
a lot of these dudes'
Super facts.
standards are so low
Oh, yeah.
nowadays that, like you said, and I think MJB said it
And
a
not to cut
couple
you off,
episodes, right?
let's put a marking
You
on
can
it.
have a chick post
Last
a
20
picture.
years. Last 20 since 2000. Let's
You
keep
can
it
have-
above.
You can have a chick post a
Right, that's what I
picture,
said.
right? And she honestly looks fucking hit in the picture.
Okay.
But you have so many dudes in the comments. Oh my God!
Oh, and
my
good morning,
queen.
beautiful.
God damn, you look
Lord.
so good.
Just so they can get the DM.
Just to look for a DM,
and then,
right?
And then you get somebody like me who get him and go, this ain't it, dog. And you
Oh,
know,
you whack.
you
You ain't. You a clown.
You ain't no real man.
You don't
Are
get no
crazy?
women. You pussy.
So-
you
gay.
You
Nigga,
gay.
nigga,
You a lame.
Nigga, I'm
What are
married
you talking
with
about?
fucking kids. Are you shitting me? I just know the difference
Yo.
between what looks good and what the fuck you trying to do.
You know what I call that?
Exactly.
That's a lemming. That's a lemming mentality, son. Motherfuckers want everybody to be a fucking lemming. Oh, I gotta follow you, you follow me, and you follow me. We're all gonna be fucking lemmings.
Yeah,
no,
so-
nigga, if it's not it, it's not it.
I
A lot of them be fake accounts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely think men play a big part in it, man, because we chicks will come outside looking like shit. They know they look like shit, but you still gonna have these 2 or 3 dudes going to holler.
That's gonna go in.
But and then it's like you said, the entitlement of women that they, like you said, they feel like it's a privilege just to talk to me, right? Mm-hmm. So I always ask people. So you look at some women talk about what a man got to do for a first date. He got to pay for the date. He got to pick the date. He got to come pick her up. He got to da-da-da, right? But you ask these women, what is your job?
They think their job is just to be there.
And that's what too many women feel that nowadays in relationships, in dating, in sex, and so many things.
Now
their job is just to fucking be present. And you're lucky I'm allowing you to be in my presence, so make it worth my while.
But now, while we can blame dudes for what I say the start of it is, but the finish, it's not us.
The women.
Because for the last 3 years, it's been the future of the world is woman.
Correct.
It's women this, black women that, empowerment women of this, queen that, and some of these bitches. Sorry, Slim. Some of these bitches, because he has an issue when I say that. Okay. We have a bitch count.
All right.
We're doing good today, by the way.
Thank you. Well, I'm about to fuck it up. Some of these bitches, because that's what I'm referring to, aren't even regal. Fuck being a queen. You're not even regal. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my biggest debates with people with the whole Will Smith shit, it wasn't about him slapping Chris Rock.
Right.
At the end of the day, yeah, him slapping Chris Rock was fucked up because he's bigger than Chris Rock, and everybody know that Chris Rock is 2 pounds away from being a fucking puppet. But it was the thing that you did this for a woman who has publicly humiliated you often.
Yeah.
She's not worthy of that kind of energy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I'm dealing with a chick that I know is a hoe, I know she's a hoe. She's my hoe right now, but she's a hoe. I'm not going to get mad at dudes in her neighborhood who talk to her like that. Because 9 times out of 10, she didn't fuck them.
Right. There's a reason why they're talking to her like that.
There's a reason. Dudes don't talk to queens the same way they talk to peasants. Because a queen is not going to allow you to talk to her like that. Right. I remember, the shit used to be short A, and the girls walk past, oh, you can't speak, it's all right, my dog can't speak either. This is the difference between a queen and these peasants. Dude said that, first female, fuck you, I'm gonna go get my brother, I understand your response, because he called you a bitch. The next woman said, oh yeah, I remember you. You the one with the little dick. And walked off. Guess who won? She did.
Right.
And then there's women that will slap the shit out you for
right.
calling them a bitch.
Right.
Right.
There are some women that will fight you like a dude for calling them a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's old school though.
Right. And the thing about it, these same females that'll fight you, and this is the difference. They understand when their friends call them a bitch. Because they can say that to each other. It's like how we should be with white people when they say nigga, but we're not like that anymore. That's another show.
Right. Oh, man.
That's another show. That one is called, that one is going to be called You Are Not Invited to the Cookout.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Coming soon. Pay attention.
Wow. Y'all go right to the manhood. Yeah,
they go right to it. And the thing about it is, I heard a comedian say this once, and I wish that more men thought this way when women take jabs at them. He was talking about dealing with this woman, and she was talking about how small his meat was. And he said, it's not that my dick is too small, it's your pussy is too big.
Hey, fucking exactly. Ain't no walls
because
in
every
there.
female ain't right and tight. Some of this shit look like roast beef. Worn out motherfucking sandwich meat.
Oh, like what's that sandwich? Snackums or
steakums?
Yeah, steakums, son.
But you right here,
Not the steakum
but
box.
I'm supposed to believe.
Super
But I'm
steakum
supposed
box.
to believe
The
that
Western
you're
beef
a queen that I'm supposed to treat with the utmost respect.
not that Zach steakum box. The Western
Someone
beef
said
version.
eagles don't fly with pigeons. Hello.
That's facts.
Nah, you know what's crazy? But you know what's crazy? Nah, I texted you this other day, and you was like, why you even text me that? I said, and this is for men, right? If you look back on your most fruitful relationships,
Okay.
you never had to chase her.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we had that. That was a great text.
I can't say that.
No, I mean maybe a little chase, but what I'm saying, these women now,
Nigga,
that's
I
like,
hunted my wife down.
Oh, no, you fucking. I
Yes,
know the
the
story.
fuck I
No, the fuck you did. You look like a bitch. She bagged you, nigga.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
She Bay Rebels you?
Wait, hold on.
Bagged you, nigga.
So the way it happened, she came to the crib. She came to the crib because I knew her. We were friends. She came to the crib. I was working out, and she was like, "Oh, word, you ain't here trying to get big?" I was like, "Nah, let's work out, whatever." We talking. And she goes, "I want you to take me to the movies."
Bitch ass nigga.
Right? Why you want me to take you to the movies? I just want you to take me to the movies, and it started from there. So yeah, she bagged me.
So that actually proves my point.
What?
Because the reason why I say that is this: if a woman wants you mutually like you want her, you ain't gotta chase her. You ain't gotta do the most to get her.
Cause she not gonna run fast.
She ain't going. She wants you.
Right.
You gotta give her a minute. Now I don't say minimum amount of effort, but you gotta give her just enough that she'll be like, okay, got him.
Right.
I wanted him. He wants me. Now we're gonna build together to get together.
Right.
So that's why I go when I say if the woman you're supposed to be with, you're never gonna have to chase her.
Right.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay. So bringing it to a close, this was a dope show.
Yes. I
definitely had fun.
And look, kept it both sides.
Right. We was very neutral.
We was very neutral. We was kinda
I think I said
resolution.
maybe 4 or 5 bitches. I didn't say that many.
Yeah, the over under was 7.
Okay, the over under was 7.
So yeah, you fucked up my
Okay, all right.
ticket.
I fucked up your ticket. Good.
No, we like the chase.
It goes crazy.
We like the chase. Let me just say this: we enjoy
But
the chase.
we expect to catch you.
Right, we enjoy the chase, but slow the fuck down after a while.
Word, facts.
This shit shouldn't be this shit should be a marathon. It should be a little sprint.
Right, like Bobby V. Slow down. I just want to get to know you.
Stop using the mushrooms on the go kart Mario.
Right.
Yeah?
Because I ain't got no
Stop
more
hitting the
bananas.
turbo button and all that. Like, let us
Right.
actually fucking catch you.
But now, one of the things is, and now this I blame on hip hop,
Okay.
the attraction factor. Like before hip hop became so global, it didn't matter as much of your female having a small stomach, big titties, and a fat ass.
Right.
It didn't matter that much that your man be built like 50 Cent when he first came out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or tall with a big ass beard like Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? But then hip hop, because of them pushing the visuals, this became, this is what it got to be. This is what it is. And I think that fucked us up too, because people stopped being happy with who they were.
Yeah, put unrealistic mandates on them.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
There
This
you go.
is why people are going to the DR to see the DR.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like, no. And let me say this real
let's
quick.
keep it
They
no.
got bars today.
But let's keep it a buck though. They're not going to DR. They're kind of being cheap
And going right to Harlem?
No, they're going to the Bronx.
Right. Yeah,
They're going
the
to
Bronx.
Jerome Avenue.
Look, and listen, I want to say this real quick because we about to end.
Yeah.
Ladies, if you don't have enough money to get your legs done too, don't fuck with a BBL.
Nah, hell no.
Because it looks like you carrying somebody else. All right.
Yo.
So, in closing remarks, we only got 3 minutes real quick. Advice for men and women on coming together. Go.
Pick who fits you.
Woo! Bars. Give it up. Okay. Reem.
2 things. One, understand perseverance is real. 2, understand society only works when people put their input into it. So at the end of the day, worry about the input within the both of y'all.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got to say about it, man.
Here's what I'm going to say. If it's just a drive-by, don't take it too serious. But if you're trying to build with her or you're trying to build with him, understand every day is not going to be perfect. Every day is not going to be full of riches. If it's meant for y'all to be together, you will rise together, you will fall together, and you will rise together again. I am the real. Shout out to my bro, Slimothy the announcer, our special guest,
Reemo.
And yeah, this has been the Realionaires podcast. Shout out to S.STREET Media for giving us the space to do it. We see y'all next motherfucking Thursday. Cheer!
You already know, man. Like I said, follow the Realionaires podcast. You heard? You already know what it is.